Move it out, get it out. I changed out this fencing because it really wasn't working for what I was trying to use it for. I've been working on creating a mostly permanent area over there for our goats. And this fencing with the bigger gaps didn't work because when the goats really had some extra motivation to get out, they would just hop right through there. So I tried adding this netting over top of it, but it was just tacky and hasn't worked out really well. So now that I have the fence changed out, I have the fence that I want up there now, the electric netting. It works perfectly. It's from Premier One, and if you're wondering what type of netting I'm using for the different projects that I'm showing in this video, make sure you check out the show notes below. But am I just gonna throw out this other netting here? No, we're gonna put it to use in another way. Get the squats in. Drop it like it's hot.
You don't have a belly in the way. Oh, wait, hold on, I'll drop one.
Drop it like it's hot.
I want to drop that one.
This yours is harder to hold.
They're just slippery.
Phase one for our goats was to create a home base area right in here, which we've done. And phase two, we've been working on clearing out a number of trees in here, so that way we can set up a rotational grazing system all the way down through here for our goats, as well as for an exotic animal that we're going to be adding to the homestead. Make our way through here. I think we can get through here.
I'm pulling all this cherry out because cherry is actually poisonous for cattle and goats, and especially if the leaves have been wilted, and this has been cut for a while, so we want to make sure we get all out of there so our animals don't die if they eat it. Hey bud, where are you going?
To Daddy.
Well, no, it's still snake season around here. It hadn't got cold enough for them to go up for the year, so, and we're moving all this brush. Like, they'll be moving slow, but if you step on one, it would still strike. So I want you to stay out of the brush. Okay, baby?
Okay.
Usually when I do a video talking about cutting down trees, people are like, oh no, don't cut down the trees, don't do that. But there's actually benefits to properly managing wooded areas. And with this, it'll allow clearing out some of these trees, have allowed and will continue to allow more vegetation to grow for our animals to have what they need to eat and grow. And also, this wood, we'll also use it to heat our home and to cook with. So it's not going to waste. It's just being a good steward. Hopefully, that's the goal. Lift. One of the things that Joel Southton says that I really like is, he says that we need more forest with fewer trees. Something really neat to think about.
The goats know what's up. They know this fence. They know that we're gonna fence this off so they can come in here and eat all this. They've been making their way over this way and yelling at us, as you can tell. They know what's up. This is some of their favorite stuff right here. They're all
almost there. All right, that should be clear enough now. We'll run the fence through here. There you go.
Where did I put it? Here?
Somewhere in there is fine. All right, next one. All right, connect here. Hold that, Micah.
Yeehaw, I'm ready!
They're ready.
Not that we'll have any problem getting them go over here to this. We have some alfalfa that I'm keeping hidden because if they see the scoop, they'll rush the fence. Come on. Look how fat y'all are. Oh, Bucky just knocked his thing off. He's all bleeding. You want an old goat horn?
Oh, he knocked his horn off?
Yeah. It grows back because we had his horns taken off because they were growing into his neck. And this grows back, but he knocks them off, so it's fine. It happens on a regular basis.
And after all that work, this is what it's for. See him coming in here and enjoying all this.
Isn't that weird?
It is. It's like a overgrown fingernail or something. Ah. Yeah.
What you doing, Olga? Huh? My old girl. And what we're doing here, like people have done for hundreds of years, like coppicing trees, you'll cut them off and then the branches will grow back. Like this is a perfect example of this red bud that was cut earlier in the year, and it has new growth coming off of it. And you could feed your animals the leaves, but also the wood that grows off, people would use that for firewood. That's how they harvested firewood. So it's another way of managing a forest for yourself and your animals.
It shouldn't take them too long to go through this, a number of days, but knocking down some of these other trees will just allow so much more to grow in here next year. So it's pretty exciting. And it's neat to think about that all the trees that have been cut down will allow even more vegetation to grow here for the goats and for the exotic animals that we're going to be adding to the homestead. And speaking of the exotic animals, we actually haven't officially met them yet. So we actually need to go meet them, see them, look at them, maybe even touch them.
I bet all of our neighbors think we have a zoo from all the animal noises they hear all the time. Yeah.
One lady that I talked to whenever I walked down the road, I saw her the other day and she said, there's always animal sounds coming from y'all's driveway because you can't see anything through the woods down there. And I was like, oh yeah, the goats start yelling at you, and then the turkeys and guineas and geese and chickens and ducks, and you know, it just, everything going on back there.
Your dog's barking. Roof, 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 roof. Whack, 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 whack. Next year, or something like that. Really freak people out. So, with this next animal, we'll just see what kind of sounds it makes.
We're so weird.
We arrived here at Barnhart Farm, ran by Dan and his wife, Danny. And Dan has the new animal that we plan to add to our farmstead. And he raises ducks, chickens, hogs, goats, and more. Man, you're big. Man. Oh, and horses. And Sayla really likes them.
Been busy, you?
Yeah, pretty busy myself too.
Well, they're down there starting working. I fed them hay about an hour ago, but I hadn't done grain yet. So
Okay.
they'll love to see us.
Can I give you a hand with any of it?
Camera.
All right.
Wow. I picked this up on a Saturday.
Chicken love it too?
Yeah, I feed it like 50-50 with their regular mash.
Yeah.
So it's still, it halves the feed bill, which matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Dan gets this spent grain here from a local brewery, and he uses it to supplement the feed for his livestock.
Y'all are cute. Yeah. They're like, we know that sound.
So we'll have calves in spring, early summer.
How's their temperament? Do they let you guys get pretty close to
Oh
it?
yeah, we can go in there.
Okay.
So this is my grandma's farm.
Okay.
Family's had this place since 1864 or 5, I can't remember.
Wow. That's pretty neat.
Water
The younger ones that are a little more timid.
Yeah, that's this year's calves.
Okay.
One of them's pretty young. I want to say into like last week of August.
Wow.
Or middle of August. The other one's June-ish. Now the one with the hump, that's the bull.
Okay. So, Hasten was saying 2 of them were like on petting zoos or something like that?
So, yeah.
Closest to you right here.
One of them.
Part of the petting zoo, and there's another one that has a silver ear tag.
Okay.
They're the 2 that are most likely milker candidates. These make like 3/4 of a gallon a day.
Okay.
Gallon a day extra. Plus, and, you know, plus I've read online. See, my family did Holsteins and they did Jerseys. This was a dairy farm for over 100 years.
Man.
They milked 3 times, 2 times. I remember granddad's got milk at 4 a.m. and 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, I don't want that life. But for the most part, this is a good homestead breed, and there's like milk once a day and get away with. Let the calf have the extra.
There we go. That sounds good to me.
And I've been trying to fill out the hay. This is right out. They eat right out a bale a day. He had them on some stuff that was pretty sparse, so they were eating 2 bales a day, and they're getting way more feed because it's free than he was buying.
Gotcha.
I fed 1 round bale the last cold snap 3 weeks ago, and looking at next week's forecast, I'm probably going to feed a round bale this weekend.
See, I'll take a head rub sometime.
There you go.
There we go. I'll push it.
I know. Hi. I don't have an apple today. I'm sorry. The pasture they were in, they were running with 4 or 5 goats.
Okay.
So they've been around goats. 2 of my smaller goats get through, and each day they're out here with these guys for about a day.
Okay.
About a day in before they figured that out. And ever since then, half the time I come out here and those 2 goats are hanging out with the cows. A couple of times I've come down here and they're sleeping with them. So, and really and truly, the leaves are getting off this old pecan tree, so I need to hurry up and get that stall cleaned out so they've got some shelter for the winter. But the guy told me it's like they live outside. He's like, unless it's like days of rain, they ain't gonna go, because he had them in an open stall set up. He's like, they're in that stall 5 days a year in the inside middle of his barn. It's got to be horrible weather for days on end.
Wow.
So I've come down here twice in just a good pouring rain, and they just kind of basically just push up against the side of that barn and do this and just wait. Especially if it's coming that direction, which most of my rain comes from over there.
All right.
Occasionally it comes that way.
Like the way she feels?
She's really soft.
Well, you may have guessed it by now that the zebu are the animal that we are adding. And believe it or not, some actually consider zebu to be exotic animals. And I can't wait to add them to our farmstead. But we still have a few more things to do before we're ready for them. So those zebu look like they would be great with our goats. Even a great size for the area that we were working with. What do you guys think? What do you think about the zebu?
I think they were really cute. I thought they looked cool.
They were really cute. I'm like, oh, they're so small. I love them.
Somehow I got some of the zebu like hair in my mouth. It's like, but they are really neat.
How in the world did you do that?
I have no idea. Did you see that? And that is why I switched this fence out. Oh well, this does work as a light deterrent to keep them in during the day, not for long periods of time. And this one really works out great for a more semi-permanent area. We'll just have to see if I continue to use this fence right here for the goats, as well as for the zebu. Probably have to use something different, not sure, we'll see. But looking forward to adding a new animal onto the homestead.